Tears and cuts on inanimate objects created by higher-level negative energies. 1. Introduction. During its research into the spiritual dimension, especially over the last decade, SSRF has recorded and documented many cases of an unusual phenomenon, one of cuts and tears appearing spontaneously. They have appeared on various items associated with the spread of spirituality or those belonging to seekers associated with SSRF. The items range from clothes and newspapers to pictures and photographs. In many of these cases, the items affected were almost new or hardly used, so it was surprising when the tears and cuts appeared, as there was no rational cause for them. After studying a number of such cases from diverse backgrounds, it was found through spiritual research that these cuts and tears were created by higher-level negative energies to spread their black energy. Black energy is a spiritual energy that is the primary weapon of ghosts, demons, devils, negative energies, etc. 2. Various types of tears and cuts. In the following slideshow we present a few examples of the various types of tears and cuts created by negative energies. 3. Key features of the tears and cuts created by negative energies. 3.1 Why do negative energies create tears and cuts? The reasons why higher-level negative energies create various disfigurations like holes, cuts, tears or scratches has been explained in the article An Introduction to Horrifying Supernatural Encounters. Any attack by negative energies is primarily done to spread black energy and thereby increase the karma component in the person, object or the atmosphere at a spiritual level. Any item that is whole, with no cuts, tears or holes, is capable of functioning at an optimal level. By attacking an item, negative energies try to generate distressing vibrations. They are able to do this more easily by breaking the integrity or the wholeness of the item. Through this, not only the item's capability to function or serve its purpose is reduced, but also the person using that item is affected by the black energy emitting from the malformation. Through such attacks, negative energies try to achieve any or all of the following: scaring the seekers, obstructing their spiritual practice as well, stopping them from spreading spirituality, creating a black covering around the mind and intellect of seekers, thereby reducing their capacity and or taking them away from sattvic activities, to obstruct the positive sattvic vibrations and to emit distressing vibrations. The intensity of the attacks are proportional to the spiritual emotion bhav of the seeker. If the spiritual emotion of the seeker is high, then the subtle sorcerers mantrics attack through the medium of meditation or supernatural powers siddhis, using unmanifest energy. 3.2 Mechanism of the attack. In order to create tears and cuts by subtle means alone, higher-level negative energies make use of the absolute cosmic air element Vayutattva through their supernatural powers. 3.3 Spiritual power required. Attacks on ordinary items are mainly carried out by inferior-level subtle sorcerers, whereas items emitting sattvic vibrations, for example, a handkerchief used by a saint, are attacked by superior subtle sorcerers. This is because more black energy is required to fight the divine consciousness in the sattvic item. The minimum spiritual strength of the subtle sorcerer capable of creating spontaneous tears and cuts where the target of attack is an item of an average person is a subtle sorcerer from the third region of hell, patal from afterlife. The minimum spiritual strength of a subtle sorcerer capable of creating spontaneous tears and cuts where the target of attack is a saint or his items is a subtle sorcerer from the fourth region of hell. Note, there are 7 regions of hell, and the higher the region of hell, the more powerful is the negative energy. For example, a subtle sorcerer from the 5th region of hell would be much more powerful than a subtle sorcerer from the 3rd region of hell. The more spiritually pure a subject is, the more energy is required to attack it by subtle means. 3.4 Importance of the position or size of the cut or tear. The objective or intention of the attack by negative energies, elaborated under point 3.1, holds 70% importance compared to the position or size of the cut or tear in the item that is being attacked, which holds only 30% importance. 3.5 Effect of tears and cuts created by negative energies. When one is attacked through tears and cuts, one may experience distress at various levels: physical, reduction in energy levels, body ache, fatigue, inability to sleep, numbness, colds and chills, pain in sensory organs, excessive sweating, etc. Mental, confusion, doubts, inability to think clearly, depression, restlessness, irritability, etc. Spiritual, lack of enthusiasm for spiritual practice, feeling like postponing spiritual practice, doubts about spiritual practice in spite of having many positive spiritual experiences in the past, etc. 4. Example of an item torn by negative energies through subtle means. Below is an example of an item torn by a negative energy through subtle means. The subtle drawing depicts the attacking entity, a demon, drawn by Mrs. Yoya Valley, a seeker with advanced sixth sense who has the ability to perceive the spiritual dimension and draw it. The photograph shows the garment that was attacked, with two long parallel tears made by the attacking demon who swooped down and tore it through subtle means. The demon was acting under the orders of a higher-level negative energy from the fourth region of hell. A special feature of this torn garment is that the inside lining is also torn. Apart from this, a yellow stain has appeared on the right-hand side of the collar. Note, a special protective border is made around the picture to protect the viewer from the negativity emanating from the negative energy depicted. The attacking demon's energy level was 25% on the 16th of July 2004 when he attacked the garment. His energy level has come down to 15% in January 2010. 2 vertical cuts appearing on the front of a small girl's kurta tunic. 1. Place and description of tear. Place, on the front portion of the kurta. Special feature, the lining or inside layer of the kurta is also torn. A yellow stain appeared on the right side of the neck of the kurta. 2. Subtle reading and subtle drawing of negative energy. Accuracy of the subtle picture, 80% distressing vibrations in the subtle picture, 3% HH. Dr. Athavale type, demon proportion of black energy while mutilating, the 16th of July 2004, 25% on the day of subtle reading, the 25th of January 2010, 15% the region of hell of the subtle sorcerer getting the work done. 4. Spiritual. A constant covering of smoky black energy is present around his body. A flow of black energy spreads from his back wherever he goes. Particles of black energy are emitted from his back due to fast movement process of mutilating the kurta tunic through the subtle dimension. The demon flew in the air, swooped down on the garment and tore it with his sharp nails. Mrs. Yoya Valley, SSRF, the 25th of January 2010. 5. Tears created by negative energies manifesting in a person compared to tears created through subtle means. Occasionally, a negative energy possessing a person will manifest itself through that person. This often happens during spiritual healing sessions due to the presence of a sattvic stimulus. There have been instances when such manifesting negative entities have deliberately torn an item such as a piece of clothing. The energy required by the negative energy to attack an item through manifestation in a person is much less than that required for tears created through subtle means. In the tears created by subtle sorcerers when manifesting through a seeker, the gross vibrations of the person who has manifested are also present in the tears along with the subtle vibrations of the negative energy, whereas only the subtle vibrations of the negative energy are present in the tears created by negative energies through subtle means. 6. How to protect oneself from the adverse effects of an attack. The best way to protect oneself against attacks of negative energies is to increase spiritual practice as per the 6 basic principles of spirituality. Along with the above, one can also regularly take spiritual healing measures such as lighting incense sticks, applying holy ash, drinking holy water, doing the salt water treatment, etc. The benefit one derives from these measures, however, will also depend on various factors like spiritual emotion, the spiritual level of the person, the strength of the attack, and other aspects.